They never tell you in library school that teenagers just don't like to use the card catalog or the online catalog. They would just rather use you, so you better know your Dewey Decimal System. Hey guys, this is Julia from Sunbeam Yellow and of course the Librarian Way. Now a couple of weeks ago Emily asked me a question on her shorts video, and so I'm going to be answering that question in this video and then asking her another one in return, and then in a couple of weeks she'll answer my question, and that's kind of what our format is going to be. We're going to go back and forth and ask and answer each other questions. So 2 weeks ago she was talking about meeting Libba Bray, one of her favorite authors, and really just fangirling it out and being so nervous that her hand was shaking when she took a photo, and so she has only a blurry photo of Libba Bray. And so she asked me if I have ever fangirled out in front of an author, and who would I definitely fangirl out in front of. So as I was watching her video, the first thing that I thought when she asked that question was, what author do I not fangirl out in front of? Because to me, authors are more exciting than celebrities. I get so excited about meeting an author because I really appreciate their work, obviously, and I'm just amazed at how authors can come up with the plots that they come up with, especially if they write series books. And so I usually am tongue-tied when I meet an author. And so I have a couple of funny stories to explain that. A couple of years ago, Meg Cabot came to Indiana, and she graduated from Indiana University, and so she was named Alumni of the Year and came back to speak. Now, I did not go to IU, even though I'm a huge fan of IU, but I live pretty close to there, and I thought, gosh, if she's going to be at IU, how could I not go? So I purchased a ticket to go to the IU Alumni of the Year at dinner, which is crazy. It was me and a lot of older people that had graduated from IU. So sure. And everyone was asking me when I graduated from there and what my major was, and so that was kind of awkward because I was just there to see Meg Cabot. But I had read her blog ahead of time, and so I knew that she, you know, what she was going to be talking about, and she had talked about wearing a gold dress, and Meg Cabot seems to be girly, and I'm very girly, and so I kind of had that connection. So so I go to the dinner, and there's kind of like a meet and greet beforehand where you can have a drink and meet her and just walk around. And so, of course, like any fangirl would, I grab a drink and I stand and watch her for like 10 minutes and cannot work up the courage to go say hi. I just stood there like an idiot, like this is my chance to talk to her and I don't know what to say. And so a woman noticed me stalking her and said, "Are you wanting to go talk to Meg Cabot?" And I said, "Yes, but I don't know what to say." You know, how do you just approach an author and start talking over wine? So anyway, this woman kind of took me under her wing and basically like pushed me. So I just kind of like fell into Meg Cabot's lap practically, like, hi, you know, there was no way of, you know, avoiding me at that point. And so she was very gracious and said hi and, you know, looked at me like, what do you want? And I completely forgot what my name was. I forgot everything. I had no idea what to say, and so I just said the first thing that came to my mind, which was, I read on your blog that you're going to wear a gold dress and it's fabulous. That's what I said. I didn't say who I was, where I was from. Nope, I said, you have a fabulous gold dress. And she was so cool about it and kind of went on talking, and I honestly don't remember much of it because I was just like, yeah. So I totally fangirl out when I meet authors. The first time that I met John Green, I've met him a couple of times, he signed my copy of An Abundance of Catherines, and I love that book. I especially love that in that book there's a lot of anagrams, which is where you take the letters of a word and mix them around to spell something else. And so I discovered after reading his book that if you take my first and last name and mix around all the letters, it spells out dinosaur jelly, which I think is pretty cool because if I ever need a code name, it's going to be dinosaur jelly. I mean, that's pretty awesome. So anyway, I wanted him to sign the book to Dinosaur Jelly because I thought that was kind of cool. And so when I got to the front of the line, I'm trying to explain this to him, but in the back of my mind, all I can think is, you're talking to John Green right now. And so I spoke probably for a minute and a half trying to explain what I wanted him to do. And I could tell he was kind of like, whoa, spit it out. Like, what do you need here? And he kept doing the gracious, like, while he's signing the book. Like, and I couldn't get out what I wanted him to do. And so finally, I got him, I got it out. And so he signed the book to Dinosaur Jelly, along with other things that he had written, probably trying to take up time from me blabbing. And the next time I saw John Green, he said, I'm going to sign autographs, but I'm probably not going to take photos. I've just kind of had a phobia with that lately. And I thought, that's me. Like, I gave John Green a phobia of talking to fans because I can't get my mouth to say what I want it to say. So I take kind of part responsibility for John probably being a little more concerned about meeting his fans. It's probably on me. So I fangirl out all the time. The only author that I was absolutely cool as a cucumber with, oddly enough, was Suzanne Collins, the author of The Hunger Games. And it was because I had never read her book. I had just read on a blog that it was awesome and you should read it. The book had just come out, and so I had her sign it. And I called her by her first name, which I don't know why I did that, because it made me sound like I was her buddy. But I said, Suzanne, I haven't read the book yet, but it's been getting rave reviews. And she was very cool talking to me. It was a great conversation, and I don't know why I can't do that with anyone else. The authors that I would completely, not even verbalize anything to would probably be J.K. Rowling, of course. I mean, how do people even talk to her? She is like a hero of young adult literature. Probably Rochelle Mead too, because I love the Vampire Academy series, and even though people think it's just fluffy and another vampire series, it drew me in and I loved it from the moment I started it. So I would probably, I know I would fangirl out for her, and I think I would also fangirl out on Anthony Horowitz, the author of the Alex Rider series, because again, how do you come up with all of these ideas for a series of 9 books? And he just drew me in into a category of books, a genre that I normally don't even touch. So the answer, Emily, is I fangirl out to everyone. And it will always happen. And that's okay, because I think authors need to be appreciated and feel like they're special, because they are. Okay, now it's time for my question for you, Emily. This weekend is the Grammys, and so it got me thinking, what was the first concert that you ever went to? Because I know you like going to concerts, and I know you've been to some interesting ones. So which one was your first? I will proudly admit, I guess, that my very first concert was to see LeAnn Rimes. I went with my mom, and she was opening for, I don't even remember what country star. I think his first name was Hank. I don't remember his last name, but I didn't even stay for him. I just went to see LeAnn, and then I left after the opening act. So my first concert was like a half a concert. But that's my question for you. Okay, that is enough of me rambling on about my embarrassing situations in meeting authors. And so I can't wait to hear your answer, Emily, and we'll see you next week back on Q&A the Librarian Way. I think we're talking about whether or not you should arrange your fiction books by genres. Good topic. So, and we'll see you back on the blog this week. Okay, bye.